So the pictures are self-explanatory. Right now I am in front of Jallianwala Bagh. Gurudwara Golden Temple is very nearby this place. So we are going to enter into it. It may take around 10 minutes to go through it. So it was the year 1919. The day was April 13th, Vaishagi Day in Punjab, the New Year Day. Then thousands of people. Oh, वहाँ कोई military function था. आज 30 जनवरी है ना. So many people were, thousands of people were assembled here. 10,000 people were assembled here on the Vaishagi Day. That time, this Rowlatt Act 1919, people were prohibited from assembling at public places. But these ordinary people, they did not have any idea about that. And British General Dyer, one of the cruelest figures in world history, he came with his, and the rest is history, and they entered through this area. We are moving through the exact place. So General Dyer led the troops and passed through this path. This path is shown in the film directed by Richard Attenborough, a Gandhi movie. The smell of death, silence. So it is written here, General Dyer conducted soldiers for firing on an innocent crowd at Indians through this passage. So it was the year 1919, and this year is the 100th anniversary of the Jallianwala Bagh incident, April 13th, Vaishagi Day, Punjabi New Year Day. And this is the entire view of the Bagh. People assembled there, about 10,000 people were there. And Dyer and company came through this passage. These constructions were made later, I think. So they positioned themselves somewhat here. People were fired from here. So exact recreation. So look at this is a direction. They were sitting somewhere there. The cruelest thing about this firing was that innocent people, thousands of innocent people, including women and children, they were completely unarmed. They were not conducting any rebellion or fight or anything. That was the cruelest part of this incident. It is a memorial built to remember the martyrs. They were innocent martyrs. They never wanted to die on that day. That is the very sad part. They were forced to martyrdom. They were killed. They were massacred. So we are moving closer and closer. It's about 6-acre land. This is very near the holy Gurudwara Golden Temple. So 1919, the historic significance of that year, Gandhiji came back from South Africa in 1915, August 9. After that, he went for a retreat for about 3 years. Up to 1918, he was learning India, he was visiting the villages, countryside, he was studying India, and after that, he came to national level in 1918 through Champaran, Kheda, and Ahmedabad agitations. And in the year 1919, this first national movement was about to begin. And this Rowlatt Act, anti-seditious act, that prevented people from revolting against the mighty British Empire. So we are coming close to the martyrs. Well, this is very emotionally shot in Richard Attenborough's film. People ran towards the exit gates for life. They were not fighting the empire. They were not fighting General Dyer. And many fell into this wall. And this is that well into which hundreds of people fell down and died. There is still the smell of death 100 years before. So to escape the deadly firing, many people fell into this well. About 120 dead bodies were recovered from it. So it's definitely a well of death. Well should give life. So more about the historic significance. British, although they had to transfer General Dyer on account of the huge protest, they in many ways appreciated his effort. Dyer gave a very cruel explanation to his act by saying to produce a moral effect. Those who fight against the empire will be butchered, massacred. That was a message given by Dyer. So the mark of bullets. It's a moment of life and death. Marks created by bullet. About 1,350 rounds of bullet was fired. According to the official estimates, only 380 deaths, but it must be more than about 1,500 people died and several casualties. So that is a memorial built. It's a huge land. some 6-acre land is there. This is very, very emotional a moment. It's a tragic phase in human history, just like the cruelties done in the name of Nazism in England. Capitalism. The empire had no other option because India was the crown in the jewel. Now it has become a tourist place of attraction, but we must study the significance of this place. And all the global leaders, including Winston Churchill, strongly condemned such a barbaric act. There is a historic, an emotional moment happened after a few days or a month. Mahatma Gandhi and Nehru visited this place, and that is very, very emotionally shown in the Gandhi movie. Gandhi was speechless at this atrocity, cruelty. And mind you, 1919, April 13th, the First World War was over by then, and Britain was the superpower, beating Germany. So it was a matter of showing strength for the empire, where the sun must never set. King George V. So nothing was allowed, no protest was allowed. But when we think about it in a retrospective manner, of course General Dyer was a British person, he guided, but the regiments he led were Punjab and Rajput regiments. That is the cruel part. The very own people fired at their brothers and sisters. One cannot criticize one is part of a system, simply implement. That happens even now. That situation is shown in Dangde Basanti film also. So we are now moving out and stopping this small coverage. Now there is a museum like that. They say photography is strictly prohibited inside that. So I may have to stop it. And that is an Amar Jawan Jodi there. So I am stopping. Okay, we have come out, and now this is the great fighter, Sardar Shahid Udham Singh. Udham Singh was 20 years old and a witness to this massacre in 1919. He was serving water to people gathered there. So this 20-year-old young man lost many relatives, friends in the massacre, and he made a decision that he would vengeance his life for the nest. And in essence, he succeeded in reaching England after many years, and after 20 years he killed General Michael O'Dwyer. He did not try to escape. He was committed to trial, and sentenced to death. He was hanged to death in London on 31st July 1940. And his reaction was that I have served my duty for my country. So Punjabi people are well known for their courage, their valor. They do everything. So this is the life-like statue of Sardar Udham Singh Ji. So last to say 10 or 15 minutes we have been discussing about one of the cruelest moments in human history. But definitely the blood of martyrs never go in vain, and some 28 years hence the tricolor triumphed and empire collapsed. So martyrs still live. I am stopping. सरफरोश की तमन्ना अब हमारे दिल में है, देखना है जोर कितना बाकी होगा. So emotional a moment. Salute to the great martyrs. It's not simply saluting them and paying homage. We have to make some sacrifices. We must know how we got independence. Thank you.